Y94's, the #1 hit music station. Got DJ Freestyle Steve with us today. It's a Mezzaluna party. We're doing this thing tonight at the Fargo Dome, man.
True.
Now, I was thinking this is going to be the coldest place that you were coming to, but it turns out you just left somewhere in Canada that was even colder.
That was even colder than this.
Hey, okay, tell us all about that, man.
Edmonton, Canada was very cold. It was actually retarded cold. Like, who lives in a place where it's negative all the time? It was like negative 50 something when the wind was blowing at 100 miles an hour. That's crazy.
That's like deathly cold, man.
Yeah.
So, okay, you got a whole start of this thing.
Right.
Started out, I mean, you started young, got after it, but you're under Timberland. What
Right.
was that like when you find out that you're going to be that man?
Well, I'm going to give you the long story, but the shorter version. What happened was I already had a name in Florida, in Miami. Like, I was already doing my thing. And through a mutual friend, I was introduced to Tim. And Tim's manager at that time, he came to see me do a party in Miami. And he was like, yo, Tim, yo, this guy Freestyle, yo, he's crazy. Yo, you got to come to this party. Man, he's crazy. And I had MC Hammer with me. Like, man, I had crazy people at this party.
Was MC wearing the pants still then?
Nah, he had one of the pants. He had them tightened up. He had the pants, he had one of the pants then. But I'm doing this party, and so he calls Tim. He's like, yo, Tim, you got to come. Yo, you got to check out this guy Freestyle, man. He's killing this party, blah, 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 blah. But at that time, Tim was on, Clue and Kid Capri, because, the New York thing. So that was cool. Tim has a party for MTV, and Rick calls and was like, hey, I want you to DJ the party. I'm like, all right, cool. I do the party. I had no problem with that. But it was me and another DJ at the time, and he says, I only have 500. Now, at that time, I was getting 750 to 1,000. At that time, in the early 90s, that was great. I was like, hey. So he was like, hey, I only got 500. So I said, whoa, let me think about it. So I sat down with myself. I had to talk with myself. I go, self. Yes, Steve. Are you gonna do this party? Like, this is real. This is for real. I'm not BSing you. I'm so for real. This, ladies and gentlemen, this is a true story. So I decided, all right, fine, I'm gonna do the party.
Okay.
So I get to the party that night. It was MTV weekend. My friend, who was the other DJ, he goes first. DJ Ideal, what up, boy? He goes and he's DJing first. He gets tired. He's like, yo, Free, you ready to go? I was like, all right, cool. So it goes on. So I'm doing my thing. The owner of the club took a speaker and put it outside the door, right? So the Miami people who know me heard my voice. It's like, oh, that's Freestyle.
Okay.
Oh, we going to this party. Shorten the story up some more. The party is so retarded and crazy that Timbo sends Rick to come get me. And I put Rick and Timberland on for 45 minutes. I told him no, I'm
You
working.
made him wait.
Made him wait. The last time Rick comes to get me, hits me, boom, yo, Tim wants you right now, come. All right. I comes down, there's Carrie Hilson.
Yes.
Justin wasn't there, but it was a remix when LL was there.
All right.
And it was a bunch of other celebrities. But Tim had 2 tables, and he made everybody go to one table, and he said, yo, come in. So it's me, him, Rick, and security. I'm like, whoa. He says, hey, you have a manager? I'm like, nah. He says, well, you got one now. Who? He says, me and Rick. Inside? On the outside? Oh, word? All right, cool. He says, well, how much you make now? I said, well, I'm used to 750, 1,000. He says, no. From now on, you will make 5,000 no matter what.
It's an upgrade. Easy decision, I suppose.
Turn up. Turn up.
So, all right, man. You're from Miami.
Right.
So coming up here, of course, a total pleasure.
Yeah.
But I got to ask, I got to stray away from the music. You gonna three-peat?
Yeah, we three-peating.
Let
me look at the camera. Yes, we are three-peating.
And now we talked about this earlier.
Right.
This, again, strange question, though.
Right.
I mean, LeBron's your man. Obviously, he's the man.
Come on, man.
But you're on an island, you're alone. Survival. You got a choice between LeBron on the island or you got Peyton Manning. Who you taking on the island?
Does this island have like
It
big, strong animals, like gorillas and stuff, like I have to fight them and stuff like that?
I mean, it's probably there's some deadly situations, but also, I mean, you're just gonna have to get through this thing, man. It's a mystery, but I will say, life-threatening situation.
Ladies and gentlemen of Fargo, ladies and gentlemen of the world, I'm going with Peyton Manning.
Oh,
and the reason I'm going with, I mean, LeBron is my guy. It's my guy. But I'm going with Peyton Manning. You know why? Because if it's me and Peyton Manning, and just say if there was a pack of wolves,
right?
And we had a standoff, Peyton Manning gonna call an audible. Omaha. I don't know what Omaha gonna mean, but it's gonna trick the wolves out, and we gonna get away.
I've also heard in a situation like that, I'm guessing you're probably faster than Peyton Manning.
Damn right.
And you can probably outrun him. You don't gotta be the fastest. You just can't be the slowest, man.
Peyton, you gotta keep up, baby. Keep up.
We're doing some hypotheticals here.
Right.
We got some. If you haven't noticed in Fargo, we got some strange hobbies that we do, some weird things.
Right.
I'm gonna throw some situations at you, and you're gonna tell me either is it crazy or is it cool.
All right, let's go.
All right, we're gonna start like this. First off, we're gonna wait till winter. The lake is gonna be frozen over, right? And it's questionable at that. We're gonna hop in a truck. We're gonna drive out to a shack. It's basically a shed on a lake.
Okay.
We're gonna fish. Okay. And here's where it's gonna get a little better though. There's gonna be some alcohol involved, and maybe some other things. It's gonna be a little party in there. Is it cool or is it crazy?
It's crazy, but I'm in, baby. I'm all the way in, baby.
All right, man. Okay, man. Okay, here's another one for you. And here's the kicker with this one is you're gonna be locked into this for a good 4 hours. There's gonna be no getting out of it. Some emergency happens, you're still stuck.
Can I call Peyton?
You could probably call Peyton.
All right.
You could audible. You can maybe Omaha. You can Omaha to that thing. All right. It's summer now. It's warmer.
Okay.
So picture like not this freezing this.
Okay.
It's a river. We're gonna get on some inner tubes. You got all your friends with you. We're gonna tie all these things together.
Okay.
We're also again gonna have some alcohol, maybe some other things with us. But like I said, you're locked in with these friends in this situation down a river for about 3 hours. Crazy or cool?
What's at the end of the river?
You get to stumbly get out while the water is trying to push you down. Not really. Actually, the end is probably the worst part of it all.
Ladies and gentlemen of Fargo, ladies and gentlemen of the world, I'm all in, baby. I'm all in, baby. Let's go.
It's DJ Freestyle Steve. He's at the Fargo Dome tonight with Justin Timberlake. And I suppose I got to ask you, man, what's it like touring around with JT?
Ladies and gentlemen of Fargo, that's a great hashtag. You know that, right?
Yeah.
No, I mean, yo, like, understand this. And I don't say this because Justin is my guy. And I don't say this to ever blow smoke up anybody's butt.
Right.
But I'm blessed. Like, I have Timberland in my corner. I have Jay-Z in my corner. And I got Justin Timberlake in my corner. Like, those are friends. You know, like forget all of the DJing stuff. Like, that's a blessing. But to be able to, you know, if I want to know something that I, you know, musically, or just talk as friends, like, yo, to better myself, how many people can pick up the phone and call any one of them? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. But then now when you come back to the DJing, it's like, yo, man, every night that I'm on stage with this guy, it's like, yo, like, I can't believe, like, it's unbelievable that I get to open. Before on the Future Sex, me and Tim, I was, you know, a part of the show.
Sure.
Now I'm a part of the show, but I have my own show. And from where I came from the streets of Miami, where I come from, that's huge. Like, if I thought, you know, like, honestly, man, I thought when I did Future Sex and did the world tour, I said, you know, when we get off this tour, I can retire. I never have to DJ again. I went to Africa. I did the VMAs. I was the main guy for the VMAs in Vegas. Like, I toured the world. I made a lot of money. I could retire. Like, I was like, yo, I can retire. I did it all.
So what makes you come back on then to this tour? What makes you go for it, man?
The love of what I do. I love entertaining people, man. I love putting smiles on people. It's just something about when you DJing and the people are loving you and they're interacting and you got them doing what you want them to do, and it's just it's lovely that you get the the energy and the love back from a fan. So if I'm like, put your hands up, and you got 17,000 people putting their hands up when you say that, like that's crazy.
Gives you goose. Does it still give you goosebumps?
It gives me goosebumps, and it's like, you know, people ask me, do I get nervous?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I don't get nervous. I think I get more nervous if I'm late to the venue, because I don't want to disappoint the people, or if I'm sick. You know, like I've been to the point where like, they mandated I was on bed rest. I was like, nah, I gotta go do the show. Like these people paid their money not to see me. They paid to see Justin and Tim, and I'm just a part of the show. But if you paid $200, $300 to come to a show, then if I did it, every aspect of the people who work in the show better be at the show.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
So that's how I look at it, man.
One last question for you, man.
Sure.
It's gonna be weird, but I gotta have you stick with me.
Sure.
I'm gonna have to have you sign my head.
Ladies and gentlemen of Fargo, ladies and gentlemen of the world, I've been asked to sign some autographs, but this has to be the craziest autograph ever.
Let's do it, man.
DJ Freestyle Steve in Fargo. What you want me to put? Freestyle Steve or what
you sign it all you want, man.
All right, here we go.
Maybe draw some hair in up there while you're
Hey, this guy got stubs in his head. Oh, man. Fargo.
Let's get you to the Fargo Dome, dude.